Hello, Nomad Sculpt, and this video is about texture placement. So how to place textures on the UV map in Nomad Sculpt. So I try to record a few videos about this topic. Okay, so you can search here for textures in the internet. So maybe I start in this example with such a wooden barrel texture. So I download this image here. So I press on it and save it to the camera roll. And now I try to sculpt a barrel with this texture. So like this here. So I start with a primitive I use for the barrel, the tube. So I add a tube and perspective off, and I use the front view at the moment. And I activate the grid, and here at the bottom there's a grid snapping, so I activate also the snapping. So I need a center point here, and at the top I activate all radii. So it looks like this, and then I scale the barrel a little bit. Yeah, I turn the snapping off and maybe a little bit more like this. Okay, so I'm happy. This is the wireframe at the moment. So the grid I don't need anymore, and I validate the barrel. Okay, so the next thing is I need it a little bit more softer. So I use multi-resolution. You see here, when you activate the face groups, you can use here the sharp border option and subdivide it with sharp borders. So now it gets a little bit smoother and rounder. It looks like this. Okay. So, and oh, I forgot at the beginning, when you use here the primitives, don't forget this checkbox here. This is important. So for the UV maps, so you get such a UV map for the tube. So we need this UV map. And okay. So the next thing is we place our texture, and then we see it doesn't work. So yeah, we can try to scale it or transform here the texture like this, and now use scaling and scale it in this direction. But you see here the textures are not fitting to the UV map or to the shape here. So this is not the way here in Nomad Sculpt. Okay, so then I delete this texture here. Here in the outliner, you can press here the 3 dots and separate the whole thing per face group. So you see here your face groups, and when you press this, you get 3 parts, and so I press here on it the top, the bottom, and the main shape. So And every part has a own face group, not a face group, UV map. So when I press on it, you get this UV map here for this part, this one, and for the bottom, the other map. And for the texture, it's better, you can use this here, but we need, we try to fit the whole canvas here. So in the debug settings here, you get here a normalize UV button. So press normalize UV, then it fits here to the whole canvas. And I do this also for this one. And for this one, I don't need it, so I think it's okay when we use the other texture. Okay, so let's start and place textures. So I pick here the texture. So it looks nice, but not perfect. And we have to change a little bit the scaling, so I reset here everything. So you see here is your texture, and so we have to place it here in the corner. So I use the transform here, so and bring it to the position here and also in this direction. And then we have to change the scaling because here is a gap, so the black thing. So let's stretch it a little bit. Where is it? So now a little bit more. Okay, I think this is okay. And then we have a gap here at the bottom. So this is this scaling. And I place it like this here. So let's check it. Yeah, I think this texture is fine. So, and it's possible here in the MISC menu. So it's possible to bake here the color and bake it from itself. So when you press here bake from itself, so first here you see here at the moment we use this texture. And now when you bake from itself, we have now this texture without the caps here or the bottom top thing. So yeah. And now it's possible to scale the whole thing again. So when we need, oops, this was the wrong one. So now we can create more planks here. So maybe we use a scaling of 2, then it's okay. Then it looks like this. So I'm happy with this. So it's also possible again to bake it again from itself. So bake. Okay, let's have a look at the top or the bottom. No, doesn't matter. So we have to place here the texture. And then we have to find the right position. So this is this one, I think. So I reset here everything. So I place it here on this edge, and now I bring it to the top. So that the bottom thing here is here in the top corner. And then I change the scaling. So I stretch it. And then I stretch it in this direction. So let's check the position. So this is, at the moment, it's not perfect. So I think you get it. I think I have to rotate it like this here. Let's see what happens. So I have to rotate it in this direction. So now I try to get the top. Yeah, this is the right direction. Okay, I think it's okay. So yeah, it's easier to place the texture when it's in the right orientation on the screen. So, and for the scaling, and so you can drag your pencil out of the slider position here and adjust it here in the screen port. So then you have more control. So I bake it from itself. So in the last part, I hope I'm faster now. So is the right orientation, I think. Okay, let's place it here in this direction. So now I'm faster, I think. So we got it. And bake from itself. So wireframe off, solo mode off, and see what we get. We get nice placed textures. Okay. So maybe we like to sculpt on this thing here. So I selected all parts here and I create a clone. And I join the parts together. Then it looks like this. And so, but let's voxel remesh the whole thing. And then this part here, so here when you paint it, so it's white, and now it's possible to use the reproject option. So I reproject the color and reproject from high res. So now we got the vertex color on the mesh. So when you use here now smudge brush, you can smudge it and yeah, sculpt with the whole thing. So so this is the barrel with a wireframe vertex color. Okay, so let's sculpt with this thing. So I use cell mask, the ellipse tool, and I'm masking the top. Maybe like this here. So and the bottom is also masked. Let's invert the mask. And so you can use here the scaling. Okay. Let's clear the mask. So again, I'm using cell mask. So I'm masking here the iron rings. Then I invert the mask. So and now we can use here the inflate option here. So and inflate the whole thing a little bit. Yeah, I think it's okay. So yes, we are stretching some parts of the mesh a little bit, but it's okay. So now we can maybe voxel remesh the whole thing again. And I'm using the paint tool. I'm using symmetry. And fix the color thing a little bit. also the inside. Yeah, and a little bit smoothing. And maybe this hole here, I'm using the mask. Oh, we got symmetry. Paint. So I look at the wireframe and I think I relax here the mesh back a little bit. And I clear the mask. Paint back on. Wireframe. Yeah, it looks nice. So, yeah. Outline, perspective. So, a nice barrel. Maybe you like it. So that's it. Have fun with sculpting. Ciao.